We take pride in our safety record. We go to great lengths to ensure a safe and productive workplace for all of our associates. But even the best safety program requires the cooperation and participation of everyone on that team. In this program, we'll take a look at some of the potential hazards you may encounter during the course of your work and examine steps that can be taken to help minimize your risk. We expect you to follow these procedures to the letter on every job, every day. The kitchen is a busy place. Many things are happening at the same time. Everyone seems to be in a hurry. That's why it's so important to focus on the task at hand and not allow yourself to be distracted. That's what this program is all about. How to do your part to ensure a safe and productive workplace for everyone. If you are aware of potential hazards, you can make good judgments and decisions that will allow you to perform your job without an accident. Let's look at a common injury that can occur at work or at home: slips and falls. The majority of slips and falls are caused by not paying attention to where you're walking. Safety awareness is the key to preventing slips and falls. At work, there are many hazards occurring on a daily basis. Spilled water, ice cubes, broken glass, silverware. All of these things pose special hazards. Of course, you should immediately clean up spills and place caution signs in the areas to alert others. If you see something on the floor that doesn't belong there, pick it up. It's that simple. Remember, watch where you walk. Always wear approved slip-resistant safety footwear in the kitchen. You also know that from time to time, water leaks from the ice machine and spilled ice cubes. When you see water on the floor or some other hazard, clean it up. Don't wait. Here's some tips for properly cleaning the floor. Water spills should be mopped, then wiped dry with a dry rag or towel. When grease, mayonnaise, salad dressing, or other items containing oil are involved, after you wipe up the spill, use cleaner recommended by your department. This removes the oil under the surface of the floor. This is particularly critical on tile and marble floors. When cleaning up broken glass, never use your fingers to pick up the glass. Use a small broom and a dustpan and dispose of in the appropriate container so it doesn't pose a cut or puncture hazard in the trash. Obviously, if you use knives in your job, you immediately recognize the hazard, or do you? When cutting meat or vegetables, handling and storing knives, sharpening knives, and washing knives, do you really think safety? After all, you do this day in and day out. It's natural to forget how hazardous these tools can be. Every time you pick up a knife, think about the hazard and then use your good judgment to complete the job safely. It's when you're not paying attention to the job that knife injuries occur. Keep your knives sharp and always store knives in the proper location when you are not actually using them. Use the proper knife for the job. Too long a knife or too short a knife can create an awkward cutting position, exposing you to a cut. Horseplay with sharp objects is prohibited, so don't even think about it. Always cut away from your fingers or hands. Be prepared for the knife to slip, and when it does, it won't cut you. When carrying knives, always keep the tip pointed downward and away from the direction you are walking. When giving a knife to another employee, extend the handle toward the other person. Knives should never be used as screwdrivers or to pry open cans or containers or cut open bags. Quite a few injuries occur from people opening boxes with box cutters. Box cutters are designed to cut open boxes, but they can also cut skin, fingers, hands, arms, and legs. When using box cutters, keep your free hand out of the cutting path of the blade and cut away from your body. In a food service environment, you may use many electrical tools and machines. You must be trained and authorized before you are permitted to operate any machine, and no one under the age of 18 is allowed to operate any type of machinery. Inspect electrical cords before you use a machine for frays, cracks, cuts, or damaged plugs and receptacles. Report unsafe equipment to your supervisor, and don't use it until it is repaired or replaced. If you notice a ground prong missing off any 3-prong plugs, don't use it until it is repaired. This third prong is a protection from shock in case of a short or malfunction of the electrical equipment or tool. How about the bread or meat slicer? Any potential hazards? The guard must be in place before turning the slicer on. Use the automatic feed, not your hand. If the food becomes too thin to slice with the feeder, That's the time to turn the slicer off and finish cutting it with a knife. When you are through with the slicer, turn the blade knob to 0. This reduces the slicer blade's exposure. When cleaning slicers, turn the power switch off, then unplug the electrical cord. That's right, unplug the slicer so it can't be turned on accidentally during cleaning. To clean the blade, keep the control knob at 0 and clean the blade with a folded towel or cloth. Watch out for the business end of the blade. Remember, never remove or disable a guard on any machine, and never operate any machinery without the proper guards in place. Never stick your hands, arms, or other body parts into moving machinery. Only qualified maintenance persons should be allowed to service and repair this type of equipment. How about ice machines? These machines are potentially hazardous to the untrained and unwary. Use a plastic or stainless steel scoop to get ice. Never use glasses or other breakable items in ice machines. If a glass should break in the ice, you must then burn the ice to ensure that all the glass was removed. Think of all the time you would waste cleaning up broken glass from an ice machine. There are many other hot items that can cause burns. Hot stoves, grills, steam tables, hot dishes. The list is quite long. Use pot holders, mitts, or other items to handle hot food or utensils. When working around grease, such as on stoves or French fry machines, watch for grease splatters. Water and grease don't mix. Therefore, don't allow water to spill on hot grease. When putting frozen food or other items in the fryer, lower the food basket. Don't throw anything into hot grease or cooking oil. There are things everyone can do to help prevent fires. Keep your work area clean, neat, and organized. Never let waste cans overflow. Know where fire extinguishers are located and how to use them. Grill and stove ducts must be cleaned on a regular basis. Fire prevention is keeping janitorial closets clean. It's storing flammable and combustible materials in safety cabinets or other approved storage areas. It's knowing where exits are located and making sure they are not blocked by food carts or other materials. Electrical panels must never be blocked. You must maintain a 36-inch clearance and a clear pathway to the panel. If an electrical fire were to occur, the breakers must be accessed to shut the power off. There are quite a few chemicals used in the kitchen that are classified as hazardous materials. While there's no need for alarm, you just need to follow proper procedures. Read and follow the instructions on the chemical label. If you want more information about a particular chemical, consult the MSDS for that chemical. These MSDS sheets are available for your use anytime you have a question or concern about the safe handling, use, or storage of any chemical in your workplace. Some chemicals require the use of PPE, or personal protective equipment. If this is the case, be sure to know what PPE to use and how to properly use it. It's also important to know the location of the emergency eye wash station in the event a chemical or other hazardous material splashes into your eyes. Safety awareness will eliminate the vast majority of injuries. Correct safety hazards when you see them, and the ones you can't immediately correct, report to management so they can be corrected. The same goes for any on-the-job accident or injury. Report all accidents or injuries to management when they occur, not hours or even days later. If the injury doesn't require medical attention, notify management immediately. You're the only person in control of accidents and injuries. No one else can do it. We take safety seriously and expect you to do the same. Thank you.